For my summer internship, I will be working at Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin is a defense contractor based out of Bethesda, Maryland. They have several facilities throughout the U.S., including Sunnyvale, California. As a defense contractor, our primary customer is the United States government and their military, such as the Air Force. We build several products for them, including satellites, missiles, and aircraft. All these different products we provide are top-notch, and this is because of our need to push the tech levels and be the best company out there. But of course, this great success and these great profits all started from one humble company, or technically two. One was Glenn Martin. Glenn Martin was a simple man in a garage trying to build an aircraft after the Wright brothers' successful tests back east. And on the other side, the Lockheed brothers. Two brothers who were trying to push the speed of this new aircraft, and were great mechanics at that too. When the two combined their companies to create the Lockheed Martin Company, not only did they not realize they were creating one of the most successful defense contractors in the world, but they were helping create a company that would push humanity's technology boundaries to its ultimate limits. Since the 20th century, when they first began, Lockheed Martin has become one of the top companies in the United States and has helped create technological advances no one ever would have dreamed of. Lockheed Martin's success and profits are thanks to their wide business areas, and like I stated before, we create no same products. And like satellites are not the same as aircraft. That's because we have space systems, aeronautics, mission and fire control, missions and systems training, information systems, and aeronautics. All of these different places and all these different areas help Lockheed diversify and keep our technology from being stagnant. The area I work under is space systems. Space systems has become very relevant today as the world is looking to space as our next frontier. The Orion space landing vehicle, which we are currently helping build, is one of our major projections for the coming future. But under space systems, I primarily work with the satellites. These satellites provide communication to the United States military and the government, something that is key to our government's success and our military's success. Within space systems, I work under subcontracts. Subcontracts deals with suppliers, and these suppliers are necessary for building our satellites. We must keep a positive relationship between the suppliers and our company. One of the first things we learned is you should never hurt your supplier in the negotiation table. If you do, they'll never want to come back. You want to have a fair price for both sides. Maybe you have to give up a few dollars, maybe you have to give up a few negotiation rights, but if you can keep the relationship positive, in the long run it will work out. But these contracts, these are the big problem that Lockheed faces, and it's not just with suppliers, it's with the government themselves. The government's policy has begun to change over the recent years, and this is because pressure from not only outside with the people, but also within the Senate and Congress itself. This is because the wasteful spending many believe we are spending on the military and the defense should come to an end. While I don't believe that it is currently a problem, it is clearly a relevant issue and a topic to talk about. And because of this, Lockheed is at risk of not getting a contract from the government, or several contracts from the government, because they believe they shouldn't be spending as much. Lockheed survives by the contract. If the government can't issue a contract, they can't survive. They would have to pretty much go commercial. On the other side, Northrop survives off our contracts. While yes, Northrop builds their own items, Lockheed is a big part of their business plan, and without us, both of the two companies would definitely fall. The big problem is this contract issue, is that if the government won't give us these contracts, us in subcontracts will have to realize that we won't be able to have as much negotiating power, if any at all. How do you fix a problem like this? Well, the obvious answer is you must first make win the government back over. But that is hard itself. The suppliers are at the same time losing faith in the company, because if the company can't secure a contract, why would they want to come back to us? Contracts are the big problem that Lockheed faces today, and it won't get easier as the government slashes spending and tries to reduce the military budget. In the long run, our security is not safe, nor is it secure. But what we can look forward to is that we are a strong company and have been that way. But to fix this problem, we will need to be much more safe. And in subcontracts specifically, we must realize that now, more than ever, we must push the last penny while still maintaining those positive relationships with our suppliers. This is one of the key things that Lockheed is good at. They're able to get the best money and give out the best product. So what is Lockheed Martin? Lockheed Martin is a great company that creates fantastic products that provide great technology not only to the government, but to others. They create jobs with our contracts, and they help suppliers who will also in turn create jobs. Lockheed Martin, while my internship has only been in 2 weeks, has taught me that this big company has so many small factors that make it up, that even us in subcontracts, who may only deal with suppliers, are a huge part of this issue. Subcontracts is a key part to any business, because we are the backbone of whatever we are building. We are the payload. And overall, Lockheed has taught me, so far, that this is a company that is willing to succeed at any cost, but does not want to ruin the relationships with those they work with, including the government and our suppliers. This is what separates them from other companies, and this is what will set Lockheed above and help defeat the contract issues that they may face ahead, and the government policies that help to not give as many contracts out to Lockheed Martin.